I'm Robert. I'm here with my friend Zachary. I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself, and he's a friend that's from Haiti. So, can you please explain who you are, where you're from, and we'll start with that.
Okay. My name is Zacharie Bien-Aimé. I am Haitian. I'm from Haiti. I am the president of Voice of the Voiceless Ministry, an organization that work with the homeless, farmers, and elderly people.
And
I think. Mhm.
when you say you're from Haiti, can you explain to us a little bit more about Haiti and its history a little bit?
Okay. Haiti is we together with the Dominican Republic from an island. It is an island. It have a population of about 12,000 to 12 million people. 12 million people. And according to the history, he has been independent since more than 200 or 2000 years, 2000 years, and it is according to some report, it is one of the poorest country in the in the Central America. It's all that I can say of Haiti.
And it's the island of Hispaniola, right?
Where I live, I say in North.
Yep. So the island of Hispaniola is the entire island. You have Dominican Republic on
Oh
one
yes,
side, and then
oh
Haiti on the
yes,
other.
yes,
Um,
yes. The island of Hispaniola is the both Dominican Republic and Haiti.
and in the 1800s, that was one of the first islands that Columbus actually got to. It's one of the first islands discovered. The Spanish ended
Yes,
up ceding part of the island to the French, and that's the reason why you have the
yes,
French
yes,
side and then the Spanish side.
yeah, yes, yes,
They were the
yes.
first ones
You're
that
right.
had a slave revolt that where they gained their independence, and there's been a lot of foreign
Hmm.
involvement since then. Um,
Oh yes, you really know our story. You did good.
I just wanted to share a little bit more on that. So, what are the current things that you've been seeing over the past few years as far as the problems there? And before the gangs
Oh,
took over, what was the problem with the government before that?
okay. Before the gang take over the country, and we have a president called Jovenel Moïse. He was the former president of Haiti, and they start having some contestation, and then there is a group of Colombians mixed with some Haitian put together and have the assassination of the president. Since then, the country turned from knows lots of problems, and at this time, we start having gangs all over, guns from United States, Dominican Republic, and now you it is difficult for Haitian or any kind of people to travel safely in the country. For example, the three big national roads that we have in the country are all controlled by gangs. So if you want to travel, you need to put a lot of money on your hand to pay the gang to equals one of the road. Even the national number one, the national number two, and the national number three. It is why it is very difficult for someone that who live inside of Port-au-Prince to travel from Port-au-Prince to Haiti to any other areas in Haiti, or someone who stay outside of Port-au-Prince to travel from the outside to Port-au-Prince. That's the situation.
And about what percentage of the population, or like about how many people live in Port-au-Prince?
Uh, I think all the population of Haiti is more about 13 million, but inside of Port-au-Prince, about one third of population stay there. There is a lot of crowd. Port-au-Prince is a crowded city.
So it's not the entire country. You can't judge the entire country based on that one city.
Or the gangs are inside of Port-au-Prince, and there is one other side that's in Latibonite. Latibonite, there is another gang, another big gang too. But the most dangerous is Port-au-Prince and Latibonite. But the department, the place where I live, is very safe because people in the communities, everyone watch over each one watch on another. If I see some people that I don't know in the community, I start asking question, who is this guy, who know him? So if nobody knows about him, we go to the police station to say that we see someone that we don't even understand in the city. So that it is why we are safe here where I am.
I just wanted to say that for the people that are listening, so that way they know that when they see the problems of Port-au-Prince, that isn't necessarily representative of the entire Haitian population as well. That there's
Oh,
people outside of the city
oh,
that also live other places as well.
okay. Let's try to let you understand. Port-au-Prince is the heart of Haiti. It is there you find big supermarket, all the government, all big things, and it is where we find big commercialization stuff too. So if Port-au-Prince is sick, almost all the country is sick because almost everything that people should need supposed to come from Port-au-Prince. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes. Is there any other ports, or is that the main port?
Uh, there is two other ports. One in Cap Haitian. There is one in Port-au-Prince. But because of the government, sometimes they don't even want that uh, big ship come to the spot. Very little one can come, but they ask that every thing that you need that come from Port-au-Prince. It is why it's difficult for people to have access. For example, for gasoline, we don't have any terminal in North. So if the gangs blocks the terminal in Port-au-Prince, you you are in trouble to purchase a gallon of gasoline here in every place in Haiti.
And is there a lot of things that you guys have to import because you're an island? I'm just asking that. I think that we already know the answer, but I figured I'd let you speak to that more. Like, what's able to be produced in Haiti versus having to import?
Or what we do not what kind of thing that we produce in Haiti we import or
Y-
export.
yes. Like, what types of things do you import, and then what's the economy like there in Haiti as far as what are you guys able
Ah,
to grow and do
okay.
and things like that on your
Oh,
own? So like, what do you send out and what's coming in as far as your daily needs and whatever
okay,
else?
okay. We have plenty of things that we import from United States because it's since after Bill Clinton, the Clintons, when Clintons come in on power in United States, they start to destroy our agriculture in Haiti, and they they hire some big company to in United States to to export their rice in Haiti. So we import rice from from United States, and sometimes we have very large space in Haiti that we used to produce our own rice very long time ago. But after the Clinton comes, and I don't know what policies the Haitian government or what the covenant that the Haitian government have with them. and we start to see our rice gone. So we do not produce any more rice, and we do not have a very good. We do not grow a lot of cow to produce milk. So we import milk, and I think only one thing that we do not export is plantain, bananas, sweet potatoes, um, cassava, but almost everything that we use to consume import from United States and other countries.
Um, so what do you guys do for like work or the economy there? Like you've said um that you're trying to help feed people, and I'm just
Hmm.
trying to figure out, like, I know that the exchange rate is what it is, um, but things cost a lot more there as far as the people get paid less. And so I wasn't sure if you
Yeah.
could speak to that at all. Like, what's a day's wage worth compared to what you can buy with that day's wage?
Huh. Oh, difficult to very sad to say that. Life. You know what about you? I know you know well about inflation. I think in the United States, when you talk about 2 or 3% of inflation, that means life is a little difficult. You start to hear some American complain about that. But for now, we have an inflation about 45%. You know what I mean? So when if I for one US dollars, I can for $1 I need 130 goods, and with this 130 goods, you cannot buy almost everything, anything with it. And to have a hot meal for a people to have access to a hot meal in your restaurant, I think you need more than five US dollars to have a hot meal a day. You understand what I mean?
Yes, and what's the wages like there? Like, if people are working, how much do they get
Oh,
paid? Like, what's the
uh,
for like for each like up here in Minnesota we have a certain minimum wage that they have to pay. So I wasn't sure what the pay
uh-huh.
is like out there compared to the cost of
Oh,
living.
okay. In Haiti, for now, the minimum wage is about 500 goods. 500 goods is it's about one. Let's I see how many for $1. It's less than $2 a day. Less than $2
A day?
a day. Yeah.
Okay. So then people are, if they are working, they're still not able to really afford what they need.
Mm, I think let's I tell you too. It's more than 90% of the population do not have a job. You know what I mean. And you find lots of young people that graduated at the university but cannot have a job. And I think it's between 85 to 90% of the population do not have a job. So that make life extremely difficult.
And I have the map up right now. I'm showing people where this is Pinion right here. And
Opinion, yeah,
so
yes, yes, opinion, yeah.
up here is Cap-Haïtien, and then
Uh
down
huh.
here is Port-au-Prince. I was just showing them on a map where you guys are located at, and they're on
Uh huh.
the eastern end of the island, so that'd be the side by Cuba,
Uh huh.
and the
Yeah.
Dominican Republic's on the western side. Um,
Yes. Yes.
so can you explain to me a little bit more about the Voice of the Voiceless ministry, what it is that you do, and where do you hope to go in the future with the ministry?
Okay. Voice of the Voiceless is the organization that my brother and I we created when we come back from university to the community where we grow. And as we see some people that we used to know very strong with strength, and when we look look them and we see their situation is decreased. They become very weak and they do not have access to food. And we decided to create this organization. And we our goal is to see if we can have help, if we can help the elderly people, if we can assist the youth people, like the little girl, little boy, to reduce the delinquency, the juvenile delinquency, and to see how we can accompany, we can work with the farmers to see if they can work if they can work their land better, organic, using compost instead of trying to find money to purchase chemical fertilizer. That is our goal, and we would like to see if we can reduce the delinquency juvenile in our community, so we can have more young people involved in the economy by working, by studying, and so on. That's our goal.
Awesome. Um, what is it like for those youth that you talked about, being that there's a lack of jobs? Like, how would one get food or try to eat?
Um, very, very difficult, and some of them are trying to work in the garden to produce some their own things, and it is why much of the Haitian people in our community, the community where I live, they can't afford to have 2 meals a day. They only try to get one. Maybe you can wake up, do not have the breakfast in the morning, but they try to have it to find something to eat by noon or by 2 in the afternoon, and that's all for all the day. Okay, because they can't afford to have two meals, as the situation, as life is extremely difficult. It is it is why I think if we can find a way to let these people work, and if we can produce something that we can export, maybe we can try find a way to produce very organic veggies, fruit, and we can have access to export some to the US to bring back some money in our community that can start rebuild the community.
And I know that we've talked, me and you, before about, like, after the earthquake in 2010, um,
Hmm.
what happened with the organizations coming in. Um, can you please share some of that, like we talked about earlier today? We weren't recording earlier today when me, you, and Chaz talked. Can you explain
Uh-huh.
what happened with the different aid organizations coming in, and like the Monsanto and stuff like that?
And I think one of the problem of my country is the NGO, the non-governmental organization. Um, what they do when they come with the money. They talk about big amount of money, but it is not to change Haiti. It is to enrich, to make some people wealthy than they are before. But they use that. You hear about big project, big money, but for nothing concretely that you can see. Okay, for example, after the earthquake, you can find about the Red Cross International. They have lots of money to rebuild some house, but for all that amount, only five little house was built. It's the same for USAID that I have chance to work in a project with them. So what's happened? They come with lots of materials. You see big tractor, you see seeds, but most of the seeds that they give and they give to us, you can produce only one time. You cannot harvest and save them. So that destroyed our agriculture. You harvest something, you need to eat it or sell it, but you cannot replant. But next year, you will wait for them again to give you something, and sometimes they do not give the seeds on time, and that create problem in the communities. And another things, they say that they will give you. fertilizer, for example, like chemical fertilizer, NPK. They give it to you 1 year, but the next year they put them in on market. You have to buy it very expensive. A peasant cannot afford to buy a sack of fertilizer for more than 5,000 goods. You understand what I mean? Look, so the NGO, the presence in Haiti is a catastrophe for me because they do something that they are always exist in the community. They will never go. They come here, the best that we can work with. If they come and say what all we think about the project, we can pull the project together. But no, they do not do it. They do not do it. They come and they say, okay, we come to do this for you. And sometimes the one that they say that they will do for you is not really that we have need for in the community. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, very much so. I just wanted you to make sure that we shared that part of it. Um,
Yeah.
Now, I've heard rumors of the human trafficking from Haiti as far as people trying to get their kids out, and sometimes they don't go to the proper organizations, or some of the kids weren't necessarily orphans, and that
Mm-hmm.
the people were places where they were going weren't properly vetted. Specifically, I know like with the Clinton Foundation, a couple of those were rumored. Can you speak anything on that? Is there any truth to that as far as uh, the that goes, as far as human trafficking from
Well,
Haiti?
that is a catastrophe. That is a very big problem in Haiti. Right now, while I'm talking, every place in Port-au-Prince, you find people are complaining about people that leave the house and do not enter, and they are waiting for people to call to ask for a ransom, and no, and they are complaining about human trafficking. It's kids, it's young people, okay, and you find plenty of orphanage too in Haiti. Some are good. The one that I worked for in Mibale was a good one, and because these people I know I work for, they have a place. I produce veggies, food for the kids, but some of them are, as you say, they take the kids and think that they are in an orphanage, and they traffic these kids. It's real. The human trafficking is a very big problem right now in Haiti.
Thank you. I know that you've been trying to be able to come over here for a while to be able to do seasonal work and then bring some of those resources back to Haiti. Can you, like we talked about this morning, can you go through the visa process, but also how difficult the temporary protected status process is as well?
Yeah, naturally, I had I had a tourism visa, but it's over since before the COVID. But it's difficult for now to have a visa in the American embassy in Haiti because it's closed. It's closed because of the gang, and they reduced the personnel. I heard about some program that the U.S. government has about like the humanitarian power and the welcome corps. I heard about them, but I would like to, if it's if possible, I would like to find either the humanitarian power to find a sponsor, some sponsor for the humanitarian power or the welcome corps. If I can come to the United States for seasonal job, so I can work and have some money and come back in my community to set up some of the program for Voice of the Voiceless. But it's a little difficult. I don't know if I will find some people or some friends that can help me through this process because it's a little difficult to find people to sponsor you. I know some Haitian people that benefit this program, but I don't know how they do. It is why I try to talk to some friends to see if I can benefit of it. Maybe for some seasonal job
What's
and go to for a season to work, have some money, and come back to my country.
what's that process like to try to apply, and like how difficult it is to get that temporary protected status? Because that's what they're in the news. The people that they're saying are over here on that temporary protected status, which is the program that you're
Mhm.
talking about. Like, how difficult is it
Okay.
to apply, and what all do you need to set up to have that happen?
I don't have much information about it. I only know there is the office that in charge of it in the United States is called USCIS, and there is the thing they say that there is a link that you can go through. There's another one called CBP1, I think. I heard about it, but they said you have a sponsor in United States who apply for you. These people are supposed to have economy, a good economy, a good credits. They can have to testify that they have enough resources to let you come. And it's all that I know about this. About this, I do not have lots of information about it.
Yes, I went ahead and looked it up because you had sent me the stuff on that, and I don't
Mhm.
qualify with the amount that I make to be able to sponsor you, and
Okay.
that's the only reason I haven't been able to yet. Um,
Okay.
but I just wanted you to share that because people are thinking that the process is different up here. And I know we
Mhm.
talked earlier about the rumors that people have been seeing online about the the things that Haitians eat and what Haitians do. Can you explain to us
Oh yeah.
uh, whether or not what you've seen online is true, or can you explain to us what we talked about earlier?
Okay. What I can say about this, and it's not true. In our culture, we do not eat dog. We do not eat cat. I mean, we eat chicken. We eat goats. We eat cows. Okay, but I don't know if you can find some people who are on the drug, who are on the drugs or on the alcohol. One or two people who eat something that mean that doesn't mean that everyone in Haiti eat cats or dog. But I had some people on the drug eat cat, but I never hear people would eat dogs. No, no, I never hear that. That I think it's I don't know. It's all about racism for me. It's all about racism. That is not true.
Oh, definitely, and I know that, so that's the reason I wanted you to speak to that. And then people are
Yeah.
also scared about. They think that everybody in Haiti practices voodoo, which I know is not true. How
No, no,
prevalent
no, no, no.
how prevalent is voodoo, and can you speak to that at all? Like what the practices
Mm-hmm.
are for that?
I can. Haiti is a what's the right word for it? Is a like country where there's plenty of religion, like Baptist, Catholic, Jehovah Witness, and there's plenty of religion. And Voodoo is one of religion too that some people practice, but not every Haitian, not all Haitian practice voodoo. For myself, I'm from a Christian family. Listen, I grow in a Christian family. I don't know more about voodoo. When you are school, they teach you about they think that voodoo is part of our culture. They teach you about it, but I don't. I don't practice it. I don't practice it, and plenty of Asian people do not practice it.
It's the
The
same thing here in the states as
when
far as like we know about the Salem witch trials from Salem, Massachusetts. It doesn't mean that everybody in the United States was doing those things. I just wanted
no
to make
no
sure that people knew
yeah
and that you could speak to
hmm
that. Um,
yeah yes
No, feel free to talk more about it if you'd like. As far as what it is really like, you already talked a little bit about how you're Christian and how there's plenty of different denominations of different religions there, like Jehovah's Witnesses and all that.
Yeah,
Did you
plenty of them.
Can you give us a little bit more about your background? Because I know that you do have a degree. Um,
Oh yes, I have a degree in agriculture, and I have some training overseas. Like I had the training on agroecology in Argentina, and I also have some time on a farm in United States in Minnesota to practice with my friend Larry Coffin in Minnesota. So I have plenty of experiences on agriculture, and I was also a teacher in Haiti in my community teaching high school.
awesome.
I yeah.
Now, with the education out there for the children, do is the education like here in the states? Education is free and it's also state mandated, so
Oh,
you have to send your kids or you get in trouble. What's it like there for
call.
children?
No, in Haiti, school is a luxurious thing. Not everyone is able. Not everyone can afford to send the kids to school at school. And in United States, I know school the elementary school is free, but here from kindergarten to to the last class in high school, you need to pay you lots of money. The government in our constitution, when you read some article, you can see you read it that the elementary school is free, but not true because the government do not put enough school in the community. 99% of the school we have in the community are for private organization, and it is why they ask plenty of money to send a kid at school. School is very difficult, and it is why it is sometimes said you are on a day of class and you see plenty of kids walking around around the street because they can't go to school, or they can start they can start going to school, and the parents do not have money to pay the tuition, and the school send them home. That's a big problem. Education in Haiti, and on all of the things, they, it's very expensive, but it is not a good education. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's not good education because they do not teach you the right things that you need to do. They try to fill your head with something, but not to something that you can use in life to live with. You understand me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Ah.
I know Haiti has a lot of natural resources, and I have something up on the screen. I know you can't see it, but that is talking
Mhm.
about it. Can you tell me a little bit about the natural resources that Haiti has and the fight about
Oh,
corporations trying to come in and take some of those natural resources?
and I think all the problem we are facing in Haiti is all about the natural resources we have in our underground. We have gold, we have iridium, we have sulfur, we have iron, we have gas, on the in our petrol. We have petroleum in our undersoil too. We I think there is a place in Port-au-Prince where there is a gang called Kafufei. Kafufei, there is a mine of iridium that people they can use to make nuclear things. I think they are talking about it. So I think all the problem we have with the Occidental country is all about the the, the resources, natural resources we have in our undersoil.
And it's not the first time that foreign corporations have been interested in Haiti. The
Oh, very long time.
in
Very
19
long time.
in 1915, when the U.S. government
Mm-hmm.
sent troops over there, that was because of the banking interests. That was because
Yes,
of
yes,
the foreign corporate interests. And so there's been a
yeah.
lot of interest in making sure the government stays corrupt,
Mm-hmm.
even when
Mm-hmm.
they are
Oh,
duly elected, because they'll favor the corporations over the people.
oh, you know all about our country. It's exactly like that, and they do not want us to elect our own president. They try to they take they give us a dictation. Who's supposed to be in power? A corrupt people that they can negotiate with the corporation to come to take our resources in our in our soil, on their soil. It is I remember in 1994 when President Aristide was when there is plenty of troops come with the President Aristide while he was in exile. Okay, in Carpathian we have a mountain filled with uranium, and at night there is a helicopter who said nobody does every people should stay inside because even if we hear very big noises, no one can go out. And at night, what they cut all this mountain and put them on with on boat and travel with all of them. They cut the mountain and go with all of the resources to the United States. And I think it is the covenant they have with our state. They take those resources and then they come with him to put him back on the power.
And that was the I'm not going to butcher this because I don't speak very well in French. Jean
Mm-hmm.
Bertrand Artiste.
Jean Bertrand Aristide. Jean Bertrand Aristide. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have that up on the screen right now. Because before that there was a
Yeah.
dictator, right? Like Papa Doc and Baby Doc.
Um, I
It,
think his speech, when you heard his speech before he come to the power, he was a priest, a Catholic priest. But you think that he will come and do something good for the country. But after he has a coup d'état that the U.S. government uh, take him, put him in exile in South Africa to negotiate with them while he was there. And now he start to negotiate. And when he come, he become like a dictator, maybe worse than Papa Doc and Baby Doc. It was very. And then I think we start talking about Gang in Haiti while he come back from when he came back from exile in South Africa.
I didn't know about Papa Doc and Baby Doc till recently here, and I have that up on the
Mm-hmm.
screen so people can see it. So from 57,
Mm-hmm.
1957 to 84, there was a dictatorship that was there. Um,
Papa Doc.
yep. And then when they got overthrown, then when they fled, they took a lot of the nation's money with them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so the Haitian
Yeah.
people have had a lot of their money taken many times by a lot of people. And a lot of times that money leads back to the United States.
I think United States is. I know about. I know very good people in United States. Very good friends. I have plenty of good friends there. But the politics, the U.S. government are always bad for Haiti. Everyone, even Democrat or
The
Republican, they
the
are always
politicians
bad
up
for
here
Haiti.
aren't good for America either. They sell themselves to the highest bidders, and they may go
Mm-hmm.
into office wanting one thing, but they come out with their pockets full and doing whatever is best for them in their own pocketbook rather than people.
And it is why I think in Haiti we need a revolution. But I don't know who will take ahead of it to decide ourselves who should be in power, no corrupt people, and we can always communicate with people in the states. We can always we can always need the help, the help of the U.S. government, but they should let us do our own choice. Okay, and if we can negotiate some resources, we can negotiate it for the good of the country. A country as rich of Haiti, we do not even have roads to travel. The roads are bad, very bad. We do not have potable water to drink. We do not have hospital. We do not have school. We do not have hospital. We do not have university. I think we miss everything that every basic thing that we should need in Haiti to live, to survive. It's difficult for us to you have some people in the States, in Canada, in France. There's three countries. They always try to dictate, to develop a dictation what we should do, but they don't even want us. They will not help us. They bring some NGO with the money that they will help with to come back with this money. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh yes, each your country should decide what's best for itself and be able to make its own decisions, and the people should
Yeah,
be able to make their own decisions about how they would like to live. That's with any
yeah,
people group. They shouldn't have to be forced to have foreign influence over their lives.
yeah, yeah,
um
yeah.
so with your farm, can you tell us a little bit more about what's going on with that? And because I know
Okay.
we've there's been some progress over the past few years. It's been slow, and we're trying, but
Yeah, yeah. This farm is a two about three hectares of land that I have. One of them is belong to me, and two of them I rent them for a farm for some years, and I have it a well dug in it to use water, but my big problem for it, I would like to work on it, but I cannot distribute the water well in the farm. Um, the one I want to, the system I would like to have on it is a drip irrigation system, but it's expensive. It's expensive, and I try a little bit. I think I have about 50 or 100 meters of turf, but I still do not have the pipes to connect with to irrigate. It's a very good soil. I do not use chemical fertilizer on. I do my own organic fertilizer. I use plant residues, and I also use organic insecticides with some plants that I have around. And my goal is have this farm as a model so farmer can come and learn new stuff, and they can go and reproduce in their garden. And I also would like to have this place where some university in Cap Haitian, in Henge, in other country, in other cities that can come to practice, maybe to write to make some research and make their thesis there in this farm. But it's all project. It's all projects. But that will need resources. That will need money. But it is why I would like to go there to do some work to work for some money and come to see if I can have a very good farm here.
the pictures that you sent me, I have a question on those. So that's
Hmm.
that's not your farm with the drip irrigation already installed. That's somebody else's farm, correct?
So no, that's my farm. That's my farm. It's not others. It's indifferent.
Okay, because some of the pictures in here already show a drip irrigation in there.
I Yes. It is why I tell you I have about 50 meters.
Okay,
The people the lady that I worked with has some in her farm in Mimbale and give me some. That not much.
okay, but that's what we're looking at as far as what you would need to do more is more of the
Yes.
piping, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check because I with the pictures you sent me, I'm showing that as you're talking.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh-huh. I start with some, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's about I think it's about 20 lines of it, from maybe 20 lines for 20 meters.
So the rest of
One
this, he has to carry the water by hand.
by every single plant. I remember planting about more than 5,000 cabbages, and you need to water it at them one by one with hand.
And what type of produce are you trying to grow there?
Um, for now, for now, I have some okra in it, but I'm planning to grow some bell pepper, bell pepper, sweet pepper, and some cabbages, some tomatoes, and in this part. So for now, and I also have some cassava growing in one part of it that don't need lots of water. It can go by rain. So if I have enough rain for the cassava and sweet potato, and that I have no problem for it. But my biggest problem with plant we need to go is when you go veggies like parsley, tomatoes, sweet pepper, hot peppers, cabbages, and Swiss chard, because there's some veggies that people like. I use lettuce. Wait, I go this too.
Now, people think that it's since it's a tropical island, it rains all the time. So,
Hmm.
it's can you tell us a little bit more about the climate and the need for the well and things like that?
Okay. Um, we in the very long time ago we used to have a very good season. So we used to have rains, but with all the problem in Haiti, people are hungry. They are cutting trees to make charcoal to sell in the market, and that have a problem with the climate change. And we used to have plenty of rain. For example, this year we have lots of rain. Sometimes you have too much, sometimes you have none, and that's a big problem. You are complaining about not having enough rain because your plants are drying, and in one day you can have more than 10 or 15 millimeters of rain in 1 hour. More, and you can also lose your garden by that much water on the time.
Is runoff a big problem out there as far as when it does rain a lot like that?
When our soil are much more clay. Okay, when it's not rain, you can see very big cracks on the soil, and that means if you have a plant there and it's dry, you can lose it. And it also there's kind of soil when it's rain, they keep plenty of water. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have
Yeah.
any other questions. I don't think right now. Thank you
Okay.
for spending some time with me. Is there anything else you'd like to
No
say
problem.
before we go?
I don't think so. I think we talked a lot. Thank you so much for taking your time asking this question. Maybe we can, if I have some more thing I would like to talk to you, maybe another time, brother.
Definitely. Thank you so much, my friend, and blessings.
Thank you. Thank you. Give my greetings to your wife and kids, please.
Well, greetings to your wife and kids as well. You take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you, my man. Take care. Take care. Bye bye.
Goodbye. So that was Zachariah. And so here's a little bit more about like the history of Haiti. Um, and so like yeah, that's where Christopher Columbus first came and settled. And So they had part of it was the Spanish Empire, and then they ceded the eastern part to France. So sugarcane, this is where you got a lot of your sugar. Remember, like the Tea Party and stuff like that. One of the things that they imported a lot of was sugar. It was one of the staples that they had for cooking. You mean without sugar, you don't get the bread and stuff like that because the yeast needs something to feed off of, right? Um, and so it was very important as far as part of the economy. In 1804 is when the slaves revolted, and some of the slaves that they had taken there were warriors, which is why they decided, hey, we ain't gonna put up with this anymore. And it was the first independent state in the Caribbean and the second republic in the Americas. It was the first country to officially abolish slavery, and they actually did so on the entire island. They actually helped the Dominican Republic get free as well. And so that is it's part of the issue with how the Dominican Republic treats Haiti nowadays. We already talked about the different occupations there, and a little bit more about the history. So thank you for spending time with me. Um, that is my friend from Haiti, and he's a blessing. We've been trying to do as much as we can with what we have, and hopefully, if people are able and willing to donate, I will get the link from his brother, and we'll put that on as well. And if you know any colleges in that would be willing to help with anything with that, as far as anybody that was doing a master's or whatever that needs to learn, that would be very awesome to be able to help partner with them to have somebody that wants their country to succeed and wants their country to be better without foreign influence and having their own say in their own life. That sounds pretty like liberty to me. So let's give Haiti a little bit of liberty too, please.